what's up? Tonight I'm going to be building the stand for my acrylic tank. I've got to get that tank set up. My bala sharks are really starting to show some aggression. So I finally got a saw here so I don't have to cut by hand. And I got all my wood. And I got this left over to use as the top of the stand to place the tank on. This was left over from building the stand for the saltwater tank. So just a heads up, the tank isn't going to be a pretty tank. It's going to be just a for function kind of tank, or I'm sorry, stand. It's going to look kind of ugly when it's done, but it's going to work for holding the tank up, because where I'm putting the tank, it'll end up getting built into the wall, so it doesn't need to be a pretty stand. So I'm going to go ahead and get going on this. Hopefully I can get this put together tonight. And have the tank up on it. I got some styrofoam insulation over here that I'm going to put the tank on, because it's acrylic. This styrofoam will eat up any imperfections that'll be in the stand, so the acrylic won't flex on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get going on this. I'm gonna crack open the stand build. I told you guys it wasn't gonna be a pretty stand. It's a functional stand. Like I said, the tank is going to be built into the wall, but stand's built. I got a piece of insulation on top of the stand to make up for any imperfections in the plywood, because I didn't use MDF. I didn't use the MDF, so it's got some imperfections. So that's going to help the acrylic tank. We're ready to go. We're going to go set it up. Give you guys an update on the stand build and the acrylic tank. You remember I had the 55 in my bedroom, had some bala sharks in it, and I got the stand built last night and set this tank up. The fish seem a little lost right now. They're a pretty big tank now. It's like 100. Let's say it's like 115 gallon tank total. The manufacturer listed as a 125R, but measurements say it's about 115 gallons or so. But yeah, I used all the water from the 55 in here and filled it up the rest of the way. I let it sit overnight with the filters on it. I'm using the same hang-on back filters that I had on the 55, and I let it go overnight with the filters running, just to get the water moving, get it all mixed in, and I didn't shock the fish too much with having too much new water, not enough of the old water kind of thing. But I had them in this tank, my homemade acrylic tank, overnight. So they were in that, and I finished putting it all together today and put the fish in here probably about 45 minutes ago now. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I used basically everything from the 55 in here, and it actually filled it in quite nicely. This big rock looks good in here. Anchored this fake plant down to the rock, because in the 55 it just kind of floated. Yeah, got the bubble wand. I don't know if you can see it in the back, but I got my bubble curtain. Yeah, I still got to clean the front of the tank, guys. And I'll do an updated video on that, because it took me forever to polish this tank. I don't know if you remember my first video from when I first brought this home. This tank was pretty messed up. Took a while to polish it all out, buff it all out, but it was worth it. Looks real good. But yeah, here it is. I gotta do something different for the lighting, or suspend this one somehow, because it's not big enough. And there's the two powder filters going at it. I gotta clean them off. And I'm debating on whether or not to build a canopy for this tank here. We'll see. But yeah, here it is. Finally got the acrylic tank set up.